It's the same thing every year. People saying, it's just a stupid video game. It's the same game as it was last year. It promotes violence. It promotes laziness. Yet every year, more and more people line up to play, purchase, and perfect one game more than any other. And that game is Call of Duty. An action-adventure first-person shooter that puts its player in the role of an elite military operative trying to save the world from terror. Most people couldn't even tell you why they love it so much. It's the graphics, it's the fantasy, it's the action. Everyone has a different reason, but everyone can't stop playing. In this video, I hope to answer the question, why do so many people love Call of Duty? For a lot of people, admittedly, it's a nostalgia thing. They've been playing Call of Duty for a decade, maybe even more. Them and their friends getting together as a team and being pitted against another group trying to rank up kills or secure a position, where it's all about bragging rights and clout. In some cases, if you're good enough, you could even earn an income playing this worldwide phenomenon. But could this be the reason why so many people play? Is it just for dApps and the potential at an esports career? I think it's a lot more than that, and a lot simpler. A lot of games out there require a certain level of knowledge of game mechanics. Beyond just learning how to play the game, you need to learn about the intricacies, the menu systems, the modifications, the enhancements to your character or gear, so much so that it mars the game in complexity that most people just don't want to get involved with, or should have to. And just to feel good about making any progress with your time just takes what seems like forever. And it just doesn't make you feel good about the time you spent with the game. Especially for adults and older gamers like myself, it's tough to even enjoy a game or feel right about getting involved with the level of guilt that slips in, and it just makes you feel like you're wasting your time. And worst off, you don't feel like you're getting anywhere in the game itself. I mean, this is supposed to be fun. It sometimes feels like homework. This is where Call of Duty really shines. You could turn on your console or your computer, enter a quick match, play an exciting action-adventure scenario or player versus player match, and be out within 10 minutes. Not only does this help you get more done per gaming session, optimizing your time and lowering your sense of guilt, it also motivates you to continue playing. Just one more, it won't take that long. This is a sentiment shared by many people who play the game, who find themselves getting lost for hours on end simply because the cost of entry is so low. If you have no idea about what mods or attachments you should be using for guns or armor, you can still enjoy the core gameplay without feeling like you're missing out. It doesn't feel like homework or math just because you want to develop a playstyle that's more aggressive or you want to be more low-key or more sniper-based. Everything is really just changing character aesthetics and slight updates to certain stats in your gun that can honestly just be ignored for the fun of the game. But Call of Duty makes the game feel like a game, not like a chore or this fear of missing out on something, without feeling this need to invest this large amount of time just to enjoy it at any level. And there are other multiplayer games that are popular and have a large player base, like Overwatch or Apex Legends. But it's the same pressure to stay and complete a task, and there's really no pop in and out fun. Everyone has a role that they have to fill, or you might get roped into a 40-minute match just based on the amount of players that are in the game. And taking part in just a regular game could be an all-night affair. Single-player games suffer from the same time draw, where just to find out what happens to your character in the story, you want to engage yourself, but that engagement requires a certain amount of time to do so, with cutscenes and bosses and checkpoints. You have to allocate kind of an evening just to feel like meaningful progress is made. This puts an odd time limitation on the amount of fun you can have. Unless you play for this long, it's not going to really be worth it. A Modern Warfare match can last as little as 6 minutes and can easily be hopped into and out of without any real meaningful penalty or need to engage. It's an adrenaline kick. It's fun in a short burst where progress is made and then the player is free. They can continue to play for another burst or some more progress, or they could just drop it and feel like they've done something that night. Feel like they've advanced in some way and didn't waste their time. And as an older gamer, this is kind of a magical experience to be able to play a game without feeling guilty, but still having fun and not wasting enormous amounts of time engaging in a task that has nothing to do with the game, like configuring your character or the guns or watching cutscenes or balancing player stats. But Call of Duty is not like that. You shoot a couple people and then you go on with your life. And if you're into it and it excites you, you can just continue to play. But again, it's just a short burst. You're in, you're out, you're on with your life, or you become obsessed and stay up all night. But that part isn't required. It's just you're having so much fun you can't stop. It's not because you're hitting some checkpoint or some predetermined level. It's the ultimate game. And according to sales, millions and millions of people agree. Make the game fun, make the game engaging, but don't make it feel like homework. Especially open world games where you have all these tasks you have to complete before you follow the main story. And sure, you could just go through the main story, but there's so much you'd be missing out on that you feel like the game is not worth playing unless you could do it all. The magical formula is fun, and Call of Duty has it. In fact, games like Apex Legends have started moving from the Battle Royale to more of like a 3-on-3 short burst experience where you go in, you have a match, and you can pop out. This is a step in the right direction. It allows for gamers to enjoy the game being presented without being trapped into having to play for a certain amount of time. Make it fast, make it fun, and by default, it becomes addictive. It's why, despite the negative stereotypes that gamers have about it being a bro game or a hodgepodge for bigotry and racism and all the negative things that come with these Call of Duty games, when it's firing on all cylinders, Call of Duty is one of the best gaming experiences ever created. And if Modern Warfare 2's demos and trailers are any indication, it's going to continue to hold that crown. Thanks for watching. This has been Gamer Hype. I'm Jason Delgado. I'll catch you on the battlefield.